Bodum. Bodum. Boom. 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 Bodum. 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 Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. Welcome to the podcast.
Beautiful. Superb.
Roll the intro.
Talking about things that we don't really know. This is the Pogcast. Return of the king to attack of the clones. This is the Pogcast. It makes no sense, and that's what we're here for. This is the Pogcast. Like and subscribe if you wanna see more. This is the Pogcast.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
Wild. And we've only been doing this for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Has it been so long already?
Yeah. Well, considering we came up with this like a year ago before we actually
true.
started.
Was
Yeah,
it
well-
actually a year ago?
No, it was like half a year.
Yeah,
it was 6
I think we came up with this in early November, or you came
Yeah.
up with it, Rupert. We were like,
I
yeah,
said-
sure, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
It was a good call, though. I gotta give it to
Yeah.
you.
And you know what's crazy? You know how we're saying like on week 2 that our subscriber count would double? At this point of recording, we only have 2 episodes out. But so on that second episode, you know how many subscribers we're up to at that point?
7.
Sure.
12. We doubled again.
Wow.
So by the time this
Exponential.
episode comes out, we should have what's
24?
okay. We should have like 48 by the time this episode comes out.
That's a
Well,
little
well,
too
well,
exponential. I think that we should keep our prediction down to 24.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest. We have 9 subscribers, or 10 possibly. I'm subscribed. I know Rupert is subscribed. Are you
Yep.
subscribed?
Yeah, I'm subscribed as well.
We have 9 subscribers.
No, we
No.
have 12. Don't let the numbers get you down, River.
Yeah,
I-
totally.
Yeah, let's see how many views on that first episode. Still 47.
That's actually more than last time
That's
I checked.
more than any video I've ever posted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Since-
Because I never.
This is the
posted
most
anything.
successful thing I've ever done on YouTube.
This is the most successful thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, no. I once posted a song when I was like 13 or something that got like 100 views from various family members.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my peak of YouTube success.
I mean, we all gotta admit, we work well just not knowing what the hell we're getting into. We don't start
True.
this with any kind of plan. We
No.
just talk.
Nope. Not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, eventually once we start... No, wait. We actually can't run out of ideas because we never had any to begin with. But once
You're
we
all the
start,
way down,
quote
there's
unquote,
nowhere to
running
go
out of
back.
ideas, we'll just have to... We'll probably have a bunch of subscribers by that point, obviously. So we'll just get them all
Yeah.
to suggest ideas for things to talk about.
Yeah, obviously. How could
Yeah.
we not? We're so charismatic.
If we don't increase exponentially like we have been.
It's funny,
Yeah.
when we started this, I'm curious on your guys' takes on this too. When we started this, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go back and watch it and laugh at
I
our
was
stupidity.
there. I was
And then-
there. Why would I watch it?
And then they got released, and I watched to the intro, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah. I
I
feel like you
was
have to
Why would I
have
watch-
spent a certain amount of time like making videos about yourself or hearing your voice enough for it not to be just really cringy. Which of
Yeah.
course the show is incredibly cringy in all
Oh,
ways
yeah.
No,
possible.
It's like
But
literally every single bit of it is specifically designed, fabricated in order to increase the cringe.
It's
called
100%
a
raw
podcast.
cringe.
It's called the Pogcast, for God's sake. Like,
We have the garbage men filming the podcast.
no, we're not called that. We're called the Poggers.
no, we're the garbage men, bro. Except the times are a changing. You gotta accept it.
Are you going
Let's be honest. Rupert just doesn't want to change the theme song.
To be honest, it's such a good theme song.
It is.
The Garbage
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Garbage. See, that doesn't work as
It just doesn't-
podcast.
no.
Podcast.
Yeah, podcast has a good flow for a song,
Yeah,
but good lord, is it cringy.
that's the idea.
Yeah,
We're getting
it's kinda-
that 11-year-old cringe audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I more would prefer to target like that 15, 16-year-old
Yeah.
Cringe
office
audience.
Office
I think,
watching
to be honest, I'm
audience.
pretty sure that we're watching, targeting the 40-year-old Russian guy, who lives at his parents' house. Audience of cringe.
No, we're targeting the
also,
40-year-old.
I just want to say that 15 to 16 equally as cringe.
True.
Yep.
Just there's
You
an
don't
equal
become
amount of cringe.
uncringe until you're middle-aged.
mean-
And then
I
it's-
know
and
some
then once
cringy
you-
middle-aged,
And then once you become later middle-aged, then you become cringe again with the sandals and socks and fanny packs
yeah,
and stuff.
you've got like
Khaki shorts.
3 years in your
Yeah.
entire life that aren't cringy
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
statistically, and sometimes those years aren't congruent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I think our audience either consists of like that 12. No, not 12. A lot of kids probably wouldn't be okay.
Our
with cursing.
audience.
Our
Yeah,
audience.
I'm not
Yes,
sure what
our
you're talking about. We got
audience.
40
Hey, we
views
both
or
know
whatever.
I'm talking
That's
about
not-
the audience, not the audience, because our audience is probably a maximum of 2 people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
think
Just contractually.
I know, there's more than
that
binding
many
to
people
on
friends
the
with
Discord
us.
server.
I don't think you can say audience with a straight face. Like, no one watches. this.
Audience.
Come on.
Audience.
Not literally,
You
figuratively.
called for that one. But I think our audience consists of probably like 15 to 17 range,
Yeah.
and or like a middle-aged pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
fair
about right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How beautiful we all are.
Shout out to the pedophiles out there.
Oh, not me.
Oh, this video
Oh,
is so
yeah.
gonna be demonetized. If this video is ever
Dude,
monetized, it'll be
Why do you
demonetized.
keep talking about this? Why? Like, why?
Because
There's
we're the
no
podcast.
Podcast.
I'm gonna go listen to the podcast theme song. What channel was that in?
General.
General, yeah.
Here comes a lot of scrolling.
All right. So I was saying, Rupert, before you were here, Mateus, I think we should try to incorporate at least per episode one slightly more serious topic, even if
Yeah.
that ends up becoming stupid.
Yeah.
Why?
This is our serious
Why would
hour.
Why would we ever do that, though? What's the point?
Because
I know,
it
to
would
anchor
make
ourselves
for-
to reality a bit more.
Yeah. Just give us a little bit more option with our.
And this has been our serious minute, so yeah.
All right, that was our serious minute. Let's go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, no. For our serious minute, what
Yes.
are your guys' takes on positives and negatives of social media?
As long as you don't get addicted to it, it's fine.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't become unhealthy. It's great.
Yeah.
What
I mean-
social medias are kind of more healthy than others, or are they all just generally unhealthy?
I would say
I'd say
probably
Discord's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Discord's pretty
It's
healthy.
it's
Reddit
incredibly
is
toxic,
also-
but it's
Yeah.
Reddit. Is
anything
kind
where
of the same.
where images isn't a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like posting and trying to get
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
yeah.
I think.
I think that Reddit's pretty good because like it's all incognito basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like your
YouTube's good because you can just be completely passive on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to interact.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you know, very
all of them
personally,
all of them you can spend a lot of time on and get
True.
addicted to. It
Yes.
just doesn't affect your mental health as much, I would say.
Mhm.
Because with stuff like Instagram and stuff,
Yeah.
you see other people and you're like, oh, their lives are so much better
Yeah.
than
The whole
mine.
Instagram
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Reddit, you're like, we're all shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a pretty accurate description.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
with Discord, it's like, man, all of these people are way older than
Yeah.
Yeah. No, with
Yeah.
Discord, it's actually like, oh my gosh, all these people are losers like me.
Like personally, I've had a Facebook account for like 5 years. The extent of information on there is games I've signed into to get those little rewards, like in Clash of Clans, where you get like 30 gems for signing into Facebook. That is my sole purpose of having a Facebook account.
Yeah,
I'm not
my
even
entire-
on
no
real
other
thing.
reason.
My entire purpose of Facebook account is to promote, first of all, my music, because I have a account for my music, and also to promote the Pogcast. That's literally all I do in it.
Huh.
And with my one friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
For sure doesn't even look at my posts.
Snapchat. What are your guys' thoughts on Snapchat? That's an interesting one.
That's just a
It's so
texting
dumb.
one, basically. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, Snapchat's really just
why-
dumb. It's all just anything that's not low quality is clickbait.
Yeah.
I've never gone on the Explore page of Snapchat. I'm gonna be real with
please.
you.
No.
Just stay away from it.
Yeah, I also don't understand Snapchat as like a messaging platform.
Yeah,
Because I really dislike how it deletes all of your messages, like all of your picture messages, after you look at them once
Yeah.
yeah.
or whatever, and it's just kind of irritating to text people on. Whereas Discord or whatever,
Yeah.
it's
No, Discord's great.
Yeah.
It's sort of the most utilitarian
I'd say the
of all
only
social media platforms.
problem with Discord is, I mean, I actually quite like that you can pay them if you want to transfer heavier files. I think
True.
that's a really good business model to have.
Yeah, totally.
because
But it's like a
ad-free.
profit thing, basically.
Yeah.
There's no ads. There's no
Exactly.
incentive to keep
Ad-free
people
is-
addicted to it.
It's free,
Yeah.
and then like if you want, you can get Discord Nitro. So,
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I do wish that they hadn't kept lowering the megabyte count that you could send it at, because it used to be 15 when I joined, which was nice because you could actually send a GIF that wasn't off the Discord.
Oh my god, you
Discord.
say GIF?
I say GIF or GIF depending on the hour.
What are you
Okay.
sending a tub of peanut butter?
Yes. Send me
It's
tubs of peanut butter. If anyone knows my address, send me peanut butter.
If anyone knows my address,
That's the
we
title of the
have a
episode.
problem.
Send me peanut butter.
If anyone knows my address, we have a problem. But if you do, send me some peanut butter.
Send me some damn peanut butter.
Like, if
We
you guys know
ever
my
have a
address,
P.O.
there's a problem.
box.
But
But what?
send me peanut butter. Obviously. Fucking,
Yeah.
what do you think I was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that sort of modern music is like as good as music, say, just throughout the past, or is it just that when we look back on music from the past, we only listen to the good stuff? We only are able to think of the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much bad music
from
from the '80s that no one remembers.
Yeah,
like
I think it's that.
Yeah.
we
Because there's
kind of narrowed
tons
it
of
down to
excellent music out
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I'd say that
Today?
music has been. I'd say that music remains relatively stable in terms of
mean,
like quality, just constantly.
in my
I think that
personal
it's gotten
opinion,
better.
at
Yeah, me
least
too.
I'm really
Yeah.
not a fan of pop music at all. Like that's kind of my
I don't
only
mind that.
genre. I don't go to.
It's not my thing, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like passive. You know, I don't enjoy it, but I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, it's
actively
okay if it's
dislike
on.
it.
I like the
Like I would say
production of
that
it.
like rock, like relatively good rock made in 2020 is just as good as AC/DC. It's just AC/DC holds a staple because they were
Yeah,
First ones.
outstanding. Yeah.
yeah. Like I mean,
Yeah, because
the
like Royal Blood makes excellent music. Mother makes excellent music.
Naked
That's all
Giants.
kind of
King
alt rock.
Gizzard, like the Strokes' new album is amazing.
And then I would say that kind of genres have expanded, you know? So
Yeah.
like
Totally.
lo-fi is
It's a
the
big thing.
kind of first genre of music, or maybe second next to dubstep, that's kind of been created in the internet era.
Yeah,
and
but
I personally really like lo-fi stuff.
me too. But lo-fi
Mhm.
did actually. The early origins was in like the the 80s and 90s, like Guided by Voices and early Pavement and Archers of Loaf and stuff. But it really wasn't until the 2000s when it really took off, I guess.
hmm
Yeah. with like, yeah.
If you had to narrow your music down to one band and you could never listen to another band again, who would it be?
Oh, that's a
Um,
hard one.
I
Yeah.
would have to say, is it also stuff that they release or
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, okay. I'd have to
Just
say
any
Guided by
of their
Voices.
music, just
Wait,
only their
can I say
music.
like a songwriter or something?
Yeah.
Or like a musician? Okay, Robert Pollard.
Mm.
He has over 100 albums to his name.
Mm,
5,000 songs registered to his name as well, over about 30 different solo careers that are all going simultaneously, and Guided by Voices. So, probably go with that. Out of pure uh, volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Personally, probably rock band All Good Things. I like them because they don't do. No, they have really good rock, and then they also have really good, just more casual rock.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, that's kind of my genre. That or
Cool.
the score. The score is
I don't
one
really
of
know
my.
the score.
Yeah, they've done a few songs from movies. Also, if
Yeah.
anybody's seen Six Underground on Netflix, they have a bunch of songs in that.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, no, I really like them. They again they do a nice mix of rock music and then casual rock. So
Yeah. It's like something a bit softer. Yeah.
yeah,
What you, Matthias?
soft rock, yeah.
Probably Grant McDonald. Ever heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
No, can't say I have.
You have, River?
Yep, vaguely.
Okay,
Don't,
cool.
I don't know much about him.
He's
I
the
just have heard the name.
creator. He's the creator of Ram Ranch. 242 songs
Oh.
released over the past 3 years, I believe.
Oh.
And
Oh,
it's
right, how does
probably
that
I
work?
think it's me.
who I'd choose, probably.
Yeah, prolificness. Yeah.
Mm. Have you ever listened to Ram Ranch?
No.
Nope.
I've
Okay,
never
then
head of
you
it.
don't understand. You don't understand.
I have heard the name. I have not heard the music.
Okay.
Go ahead and listen to one of them. It's pretty good. Anyway, actually, non-jokily, non for the
Yeah.
meme, uh, I would probably say maybe Jacob Collier or Daniel Caesar, something like that.
Yeah. If
They're
Danny
both-
DeVito had solo career, that's what I'd say.
No,
To
Daniel
be honest, if
Caesar.
Danny DeVito made music, that would be amazing.
That
What
would
kind of
be
music
the,
would Danny DeVito make?
He'd
What
make
kind
yacht
of-
rock.
ultimate
He'd make
memes.
polka. He'd make polka.
Yes.
I don't know what yacht rock is. Never heard of it.
It's just like the chillest, most 1970s sounding thing that you can get besides 70s
I like
country.
yacht rock.
Yeah. Where every music video just features a band wearing white linen on a yacht.
Hmm.
With, like, I don't know, some fedoras or something.
Oh, fedoras. Those are cringe.
I know.
Funny, I've never been a huge fan of rap, but I'm very partial to some Macklemore songs and Remember the Name. Like, do you guys like any rap?
Well, I,
I mean,
love the
there's
Beastie
some rap
Boys.
songs that I like. X Gonna Give It to You is a great workout song.
It
and
really is.
Gangster Paradise I enjoy.
That's great, especially the Weird Al
Along with
version.
some NWA, like Fuck the Police and
Oh yeah,
Straight Outta
Meme
Compton
songs?
and that kind of thing.
yeah. NWA is good.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Run DMC.
You know.
They're really good.
Other than that, like,
Yeah.
I've just never really listened to rap music.
Yeah,
Although,
me neither, really.
some of Daniel Caesar's songs are like lo-fi rap music, sort of,
Oh, cool.
which is, I like it. It's quite good.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his music, but Eminem, that dude never ceases to impress me. I mean, the rate at which he can talk is amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, didn't they do that study or something where he has like a 20% larger vocabulary than the average rapper or something?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what else?
That's a good question.
That was a good question, yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
weather like where you live?
It's like kind of overcast.
I haven't looked yet today.
I
I've been
haven't
up
been
since 6 and I
outside
haven't
in
looked yet.
3 years. The last time I went outside was when the meteor wiped out the dinosaurs.
Same, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Queen Elizabeth have just been playing Mario Kart ever since.
Yes.
I
I would pay to
unfortunately
do
now
that.
have a mental image of that and I don't like it.
What? Dude, Queen Elizabeth canonically is a god at Mario Kart.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm picturing Mateus, you with a man bun though, with your hair tied back in a man bun, playing Mario Kart with Queen Elizabeth.
Why do you think my hair is so long? It's been growing since the meteor wiped out the dinosaurs. I haven't gone outside, so I can't go get my hair cut.
I
Duh.
mean, you have collectively better hair than me and Rupert combined.
I don't know. Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree. You do have the best hair. Yeah. My hair was really
Total drummer
good and
hair.
long. My hair was quite long for a while, but yeah. No, seriously, it was like down to here.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just kind of went, because it's curly, so, yeah.
My hair always curls from behind the ear, and it really bothers me because my
You
hair
need to
gets
grow, like, sideburns that connect up into it.
just have
Weave
this
it.
loop.
Oh, that
Then
would
you can
be a
hang
look.
earrings from the hair beneath your ears.
That would be a look.
Yeah.
Be a trend set. Yeah, the problem, I cannot handle my hair the moment it gets past my eyebrows. Just nope.
Okay.
I cannot handle
So I
long
gotta
hair.
sweep it out of your face. Got that
Yeah.
middle part going on.
I guess back when I could do the hair flip. Now it's just like a brick on my
Yeah.
head. I
You're
don't
like
wear
that
hair
lady.
gel.
You're like that lady that put Gorilla Glue in her hair.
Oh, how? Why?
Oh my
That's the
god.
story.
I didn't before that. I didn't think I needed, like, I didn't think that we needed to explain why putting Gorilla Glue in your hair, like literally
Like, glue is one thing, but
industrial
Gorilla Glue.
strength glue in your hair was a bad idea. And then she went on to like continually wash it with soap,
Yeah.
which it's glue. The point is that it doesn't wash off with water.
Yeah.
That's like you need like gasoline or something as a solvent.
Did you see that headline about that guy? I don't think he's actually from Florida, but this man tries to rob a bank, but gets caught because he paid. Well, he says that he paid a wizard $500 to make him invisible.
Wow.
So then he
somebody
just
really
robbed a bank.
made off with $500.
I know, that's the real champion. Like, whoever
Wow.
did that's a
What
champion.
That's
a
me
mad
if I
lad.
ever become
Okay,
a
okay.
criminal.
All of us salute in 3, 2, 1 to that guy. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
To the wizard.
It's the
That's
wizard.
definitely that's
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that my D&D character would do. You know, it's like you're
Not
gonna go
actually a
rob a
wizard.
bank. Pay me 500 gold to turn you invisible.
Ooh, what D&D class do you guys pick?
I mean,
I'm a-
I haven't played all of them, but I'm kind of partial to fighter and warlock.
Yeah. My first one was a wizard, but generally I sort of stick to like ranger or thief or something like that.
I'm
Dexterity
personally
based
always a
classes.
bard.
Yeah.
Always a bard.
Well, there was that one time where I saw this. I was playing this campaign where I was a drow, like a
Dark elf.
yeah, dark elf drow. Like yeah. But then I was sort of a ranger, but then like an evil paladin too. Yeah. Then there's a character who's a paladin, because obviously you want a drow and a paladin in the same group. And then 2 bards.
Nice.
But literally, both paladins. One of them had a sitar, and whenever they played it, and sat cross-legged, they could fly. The other one could mind control people like snakes, and with flutes, but it's all music-based, and it was so good. It was a comedy campaign, which made it all even better. And it was steampunk.
I mean, I just like playing
The
bard.
best.
There's just something fun when you occasionally can be a badass as a bard.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often.
Art
but
of the
when
broadsword.
when
I
that
mean-
occasionally does happen, it's magical. I mean, I've also
Dude.
played a paladin, but that is
Like going lore bard, where you get spells from other people's spell lists, and then just the ability to be able, as a bard, to say, "I cast fireball on them," is just amazing, right? Also, I did
I'm
this
gonna
thing
play Bard
where
next time in my campaign.
I would so recommend lore bard, because once you get 6th level, you get 2 spells, cantrip, leveled spell, whatever you want, and it's superb.
Oh
I
my
got
gosh, the
Eldritch-
least
I got-
Bardly.
I got Eldritch Blast and Fireball, and I picked Variant Human, so for my first, so I got the Eldritch Invocation feat, which allows you to get an Eldritch Invocation, and uh, that allows me to, and then I got one that allowed me to add my Charisma modifier, which is +5 to each of my attacks, so I can do just so much damage with this
Oh,
Eldritch
yeah.
Blast.
yeah.
And so yeah,
I'm
Mhm.
personally an orc guy. I really like picking an orc bard because I don't know if anyone's ever pictured an orc singing, but it's not pretty.
Oh, that's amazing. I've always kind of played elves. I just think they're pretty cool.
gnomes are good.
Yeah, no.
I've
I'm
never
planning
played a
on-
hobbit or gnome, strangely enough.
You mean a halfling?
Yeah, a halfling, I
they're-
know.
They're
Like hobbits
yeah,
probably
they're
copyrighted or
not
something.
technically,
Hobbits.
but also the thing is that he created hobbits, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But he also created orcs.
Yeah, he created orcs.
Did
He also
not
created
exist.
elves. Elves spelled with a V. It was elves.
Oh.
For he literally had to tell them specifically to do V, but they just wouldn't believe him. Thought that he was just misspelling it constantly. Every single edit that he did consistently. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Didn't know
And
that.
also, not to mention that the whole orcs were based off like a Central African sort of like story that they tell about. That's what he based the orcs off of, these creatures in it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I didn't think he
orcs are
invented orcs,
basically
though.
just like goblins, but taller. You know?
Kind of. Well, they started out as elves and they slowly mutated and
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
the actual like
they are basically just,
goblins plus.
Okay.
Yeah. which is what Yokai are. They're just orcs plus. And trolls are just Yokai plus. And yeah. Well, trolls are different actually. Yeah.
Okay, so
We need to have like a warning on this episode that says warning, geekness or something.
yes. So as with the Italian ogre, orco or ogre, and the word ogre itself, it ultimately derives from the Latin orcus, a god of the underworld. The Old English creatures were most likely the inspiration for orcs that appear in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. However, no one is directly sure.
Okay.
That's
Interesting.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting though. What else?
That actually is very interesting.
No, Tolkien did not create any real orcs. Tolkien created the word orc in common speech. So yes, he did create the word orc. Which is
Okay.
cool.
But he still
Yeah.
created like orcs did not
Concept
exist
of it.
before then. The concept of orcs. Which
Yeah.
I think is the point.
Yeah.
Because they're just such a common fantasy creature now. Like
Yeah.
what can you name one fantasy world that doesn't have orcs in it?
The one
Like-
in Willow.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, it's this weird 80s movie made by the people who made Star Wars.
Oh,
with-
okay. Wait a second.
with-
I'm gonna try and nerd something
from the
together.
80s. Nerd
Um,
something together.
And
So-
I mean like high fantasy, like Lord of the
okay.
Rings kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not like because like there are plenty of fantasy books. Like Harry Potter is technically a
Yeah.
fantasy book, so
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
I guess.
I like Harry Potter, and I generally like most fantasy, but I'm personally a deep fantasy fanatic. Like The Witcher and Lord of the Rings are kind of my
Yeah.
two favorites.
Mm,
To be honest, I'm just really into sci-fi.
I
Sci-fi is
like
my thing.
fantasy quite a bit.
Like,
I
you know,
like
like half the books I read are sci-fi, at least.
Yeah, I like modern fantasy.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, modern fantasy is good.
Although I've been reading The Witcher recently, and it's quite good.
Yeah.
And
Did
playing
you
The
start
Witcher
The
3.
Last Wish or The Blood of Elves?
I just watched the first one, or
Oh,
watched.
okay, the show. Okay, yeah, the show
No,
is
well, I've watched the show. I've started playing The Witcher 3, and I
Yeah.
listened to the audiobook version of the first book.
hmm
The Blood of Elves or The Last Wish. The Last Wish kind of introduces all the characters. It's a bunch of short stories, whereas The Blood of Elves is just kind of the first story in the saga.
Huh.
I mean, Ciri and
Yeah, it was a
everything.
collection of short stories.
Okay, so yeah, that was The Last Wish. It was like
Okay.
one of the first ones. Is I mean, something I don't like about The Last Wish is on the very first page when you open up the book, there's a very explicit sex scene. Uh, and that really bothered me because it is the first thing you read before anything else.
I don't
But
remember this. Is this the book that I listened to?
yeah,
Or
probably.
is it
But
the
a
next
lot, a
one?
lot of a lot of audiobooks cut it out because it just doesn't fit with anything else. Like you read through the rest of the book,
Mm.
and nothing is that explicit.
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't understand why you would include a sex scene in a book
Well, I mean,
or
it
a movie,
wasn't.
Yeah.
actually.
You know, it
Like, you
wasn't.
can imply it, go ahead, but
Yeah.
like, don't actually like go into detail, describe it, whatever.
Yeah, it's like in Matrix
I'm not
2.
here
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the reason why I'm
I'm
here.
not in
I mean,
I'm
like,
not watching the Matrix 2 for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. To be honest,
one
Like,
of
that's
the
like
I
10
lines
I
minutes
in
long. It's
understand if
ridiculous.
it's like important to the plot or whatever,
Yeah.
but you can just say like, you can just basically say like, yes, they had sex. You don't have to like, I'm here for him going around murdering vampires and shit, not
exactly.
for this.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
even
there's
worse when it's like, these people are very 17, and like, why are you doing this? Why would
I
you
mean,
do that?
Yeah.
it wasn't
Gotta
graphic to a point where it's awkward. It was just graphic to a point where, like, one of the lines in there is something along the lines of her mantle brushed up against his chest, and you're like, "That's what I think it means."
I think a mantle was like a piece of clothing. I believe.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like a shawl or something.
yeah.
yeah.
It was like a drapey dress kind of cloak thing.
Yeah, I don't understand that because
Yeah.
No,
like it's pretty common.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
kind of why I
It is
like
yeah.
modern fantasy quite a bit because that is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't, yeah, I don't mind the rest of the books because you know, like in the Last Wish, like the actual short story of the Last Wish, where he meets Yennefer
Hmm.
and you know,
Yeah,
Daniel.
exactly. That was like implied, kind of off screen, kind of like.
Mhm.
But
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Well, then
Yeah.
the shows mix the books and the game to some degree,
Yeah.
which I actually thought they were really good. Like I have no complaints about them, but you know, like they weren't the books and they weren't the games.
Yeah.
They were kind of their own combination, which I personally really enjoyed. And I mean, Henry
Yeah,
Cavill does an amazing job as Geralt.
yeah,
Mhm.
oh for sure. I also really like the Bard as well. He seems to act
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
quite well.
yeah, it's
But
cute.
yeah, I would say all three of them kind of give off different vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the games are a little more like, I guess,
Hardcore.
upbeat,
Mm,
if that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
And
the
then the
games are very
shows,
upbeat, like hardcore, very very focused on the creatures and the swordplay and stuff.
yeah, and then the books are kind of like focused on uh like kind of in the middle, where it's like he's still getting paid and stuff, and he's being paid quite well, but he's now kind of starts to have to look for work and then the show is kind of like less like he gets injured a lot more and like has to really like almost all the Witchers are gone, and that's a big focal point of it. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hope that in season 2 of The Witcher show, we see we see another Witcher, because in the books you come across one every so often. You meet
Mhm.
up with Lambert, Eskel, Vesemir quite a bit. But yeah,
and in the games you meet up with them every 20 minutes.
yeah, exactly. And in the books they're mentioned occasionally, but they're not brought up a lot, which I actually really enjoyed. I thought I think nothing quite beats the books. I'm a I'm I like same thing with Lord of the Rings for me. Like I think the original work is always the best, but
Yeah.
like
That's
the
not always true.
Yeah.
no, I don't think it is. I just think that
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon, for example, movies were way better.
movies
than the
were
books.
way better.
Yeah. They're so different that it's hard to compare, but I'd have to say that. Yeah. There's too much
yeah,
potty humor in the
yeah,
books.
the books
It's
were like
insane.
also
It's insane.
didn't
Yeah.
really make sense.
No.
Like
It felt like it was being written by like a 10-year-old or something.
yeah, it felt like it was being written by Hiccup, a
Yeah.
10-year-old boy
Named Hiccup.
from named
Turned his
Hiccup
hat off the third. Vikings.
from like the Middle Ages that
Yeah.
was probably like high on some sort of like rye mold or something like that, you know?
Yeah. On that very positive note, I guess we have to conclude. Pogcast episode 4, I
Rye?
guess. 4?
Four?
Yeah, 4.
Season 4.
4.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, 4. Yeah, watch the next one.